culture?
My culture, hug it up, slap some dick, slap some ass.
We slap dick here.
Oh. Welcome back to Convosaries, everybody, where Corona is running rampant and we're just trying not to wake up dead. So
Every day.
yeah, we just kind of like I made a faux pas, guys. Everybody out there, I'm just gonna let the people know, Dash. I'm just gonna let the people know.
Okay.
I fucked up. All right. We were rolling for a good probably 5 minutes. It was a really good intro.
It was good.
And
We weren't rolling.
Yeah.
You were right. We weren't rolling. I forgot to press record.
We came in here and started the show, and
It started the show and there was nothing going on.
There was no recording happening.
Nah. Fortunately, we got it on the cameras. We'll just release that as backup footage or something anyway.
Yeah.
Back to
Bloopers.
Convosaries. I'm RJ.
I am Dash.
and I'm Trevin.
Thank you guys for tuning in with us another week during this quarantine craze, as they say. You guys like the alliteration?
I like
I
that,
love it.
bro.
I've been working on my wording. I'm trying to
mean,
be a wordsmith, bro.
You are Mr. Linguistic, so.
Man, that's what they say.
Yeah, yeah.
And by they, I mean Dash.
If you like that, also check out the Convosaries Quarantine Chronicles available now.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Those are like smaller.
Well, it's the same.
They're not full episodes, but they're just some extra material we've been pumping out for you guys
They
Because we
may
love you
end
so
up
much.
being
while you're
extra.
stuck at home.
May end up being like full ass episode lengths,
Mhm.
but we'll see. Just depending on how
They're
good the
separate
conversation
from
is.
our regular weekly scheduled episodes. is what I'm
Definitely
saying.
separate. They're just extra content, like he said. So we were talking before I was so rudely interrupted by not having recorded our podcast. We were talking about dad jokes and how I absolutely love dad jokes. And I was telling Dash, I'll just tell you guys, what kind of fucking
I'm
fucked it
sorry,
up already.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What kind
My
of
computer did
bees?
that.
What kind of bees make milk? Boobies. Now that is one dad joke. Have you thought of one yet?
Still haven't thought of one, bro.
No.
Nah.
All right. Damn.
So-
It was so genuine.
Yeah.
The laugh last time.
It was dope.
What was your joke?
I got a really good one. So I was messing with Dash earlier this week, and I had him rolling. What do you call a gay dinosaur?
What do you call it? I think I heard this. What do you call a gay dinosaur?
A megasaurus.
Yeah.
What do you call a lesbian dinosaur? A lickalotopus.
Reg is still dying over that one, bro. That was a good one, no lie.
Yeah,
Red's good
that's a
weight.
good one. That's a good one. Lickalotopus.
Yeah, it's funny.
It sounds like a, I don't know.
They should make like a cartoon for like on Adult Swim,
Yeah.
like animated. We're all like dinosaurs,
Yeah.
like The Land Before Time, but like an adult version. I'm like, they call me the lickalotopus.
I'd be more surprised if they don't have that already. They
So
call
guys-
me
I actually saw a meme on Instagram since it's Rona season, right?
Rona season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was it was going back to ancient times when dinosaurs were still rolling around. So there were these
Rolling around.
bunch of animals.
rolling.
Like there was a T-Rex, and
Uh-huh.
all of these animals are running to the water, to the well, or
Yeah.
something, right? And they're like, "Hurry, T-Rex, wash your hands before the Rona gets you." So that's how the
shit.
dinosaurs go extinct.
No, Rona got the dinosaurs.
Rona
Go
got
wash
the
their hands.
dinosaurs.
Oh. I done learned
Oh,
something
man.
today.
Poor
Bro.
T-Rex.
You
man.
see
Poor
that,
T-Rex,
everybody? On
yeah.
Convo Series, you learn ancient history. What really happened to the dinosaurs?
Uh-huh. That Rona
I
got
think the
to him.
T-Rex jumped off a cliff because he couldn't masturbate.
Damn. I
Wow,
feel like he
Kevin.
would find a way to do that. Dash,
What's
since
up?
we're talking about Rona,
Uh-huh.
you had a question, right?
Yeah, I got a question, bro. So
Let's jump right into the serious shit.
I've been seeing everybody getting all religious and finding like a deeper meaning behind the corona and everything happening behind that. So, are you looking at it in a religious way or not?
Or not? Good question. I am not looking at it in a religious way in the aspect of, because I've been hearing people say, oh, maybe I understand they're saying God's trying to tell us something. That I could get. I understand that. But some people are taking it way further than I would expect, than I think. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just saw on Facebook today that people were gathered outside in the middle of a social distancing thing. I can't say much, really. But they were gathered outside all together. They were worshiping God, of course, singing and praying and all that. But come on. I think somewhere in the Bible it has to say, like, God said, don't be foolish or something, right?
Yeah.
What do you
it says
think?
that a lot.
Use common sense or something. God
The,
gave it to us. Use it.
Yeah. The local LDS faith, what do you they haven't said anything publicly, but
Mhm.
they did say they do believe that when it is the end of times, when the end of times is upon us,
Right.
that they will call all of the missionaries home.
Which they've done, right?
They have.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Also, 2 members of like the what is it below the president? There's like 12 apostles or whatever.
Below the president?
The president of the Mormon Church.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
I thought you were talking
But
about fucking
2 of them
45.
old guys will die, and I think 2 of them died of corona. I could be mistaken. I'm not.
We don't have any facts.
We're not the
here.
news. But
Interesting. Are you just saying that this could
They
very well be the
closed-
end times?
they closed all churches. They're not holding service. They closed the
And the conference, the big conferences, is
general
Yeah.
conference.
They had
has
it
been
online, I heard.
canceled. Oh yeah. Yeah, they were talking about doing it without any attendance, and then they ended up just canceling the whole thing. I didn't know that they were doing it online,
Yeah.
but they're training missionaries at home, online, which
Yeah.
is weird.
I'm still learning about this this religion that
Yeah.
so
Yes.
encompasses the state.
It's a
It's a
lot.
really powerful entity. I've
It's a
heard they
lot.
have more money than the Vatican.
I don't know about that.
It's worldwide.
I'm skeptical
bro.
about that.
About the Vatican or
About
Be skeptical.
the Mormons having more money than the Vatican.
Don't believe what I
Yeah.
say.
I don't know.
I think they're competing with the Vatican. Don't get me wrong. I think they're very well
They
competing.
are very rich and powerful.
I
is
mean
all
they're
I'm saying.
doing the same thing. Like that's what the Catholics did, right? They went
Mm.
on missions to different
Mhm.
countries.
Well,
a lot of
back then
religions
the
do that.
missions were called what were they called when they were going around killing people?
The Crusades.
Crusades. That's it.
We still
Damn.
have
It's a different type of
holy
mission.
wars. They call it
Damn, son.
different names now.
So they
Jihad
forced
and
them
stuff.
jihad.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
People will always kill other people over who believes what
People will always kill other
Craziness.
people.
mystical guy in the
Oh,
sky.
I thought you were gonna stop there.
but the homie Trevin's been cracking me up with like the Cardi B memes, like coronavirus,
Shouts out to
getting
Cardi B,
real,
man.
Shit get real. Government,
bruh.
government.
Oh,
What do you guys
man.
think about the birds?
What birds? Like
Exactly.
like pigeons and shit.
You know, like the birds. The birds.
Yeah.
Putting up quotation fingers does not help.
You
What
really
is
don't
a
know what
bird?
I'm talking about.
No
So,
idea.
Okay, so the birds aren't
you know?
real.
No.
There's no such thing as birds.
What birds?
Exactly.
You mean like
The government
Pigeons?
killed all the birds,
the
and
Because you haven't seen any
they
birds
replaced
around?
them with drones.
surveillance cameras and
Yeah.
shit? I've
They've
heard
been
this.
spying on us since like
What
the
made you?
60s.
There are no birds.
They gone. Birds be gone.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
It's just a
this.
segue, bro.
I saw this meme the other day that there's no real virus. The government wants us inside for 2 weeks so they can change the batteries in the birds.
Well, that makes sense. That makes
I
sense.
mean, now that you bring it up, I haven't seen birds recently.
I mean, we talk about
I'm
like
trying to
flat
think
Earth
about
and
that
stuff.
too. Elon Musk with his battery out in the middle of Australia
Yeah.
Oh my
in
god.
that desert.
Yep.
Man,
Bruh, Elon Musk is mad.
bringing the
He's
continents
angry.
back together.
He's angry about the coronavirus stuff.
I'm sure he's probably gonna cure it next week.
Yeah.
I've had quite enough of this.
some good shit going on constantly, throughout the coronavirus. Some good shit that has gone on. Pornhub Premium is free for 30 days.
I did see that. It's a
You saw
trap.
that?
It's a trap, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a trap.
It's a
I
trap.
know. It's a trap. It's not right.
It's not.
You go and then there's only like a free week of trial, and then you got to put a credit card in. I refuse.
I'm too smart for that.
I refuse.
Yeah.
Trevin.
Yep.
Have you and wifey been getting it in?
Yeah.
I hear that's a
We've
thing,
been,
like
That is
corona
a thing.
sex and shit.
Yes,
Quarantine sex.
condoms are running out.
Yeah, condoms
Yo.
running out. Yo.
There's
There's
actually a
nothing-
factory that shut down for some
Oh,
reason.
shit.
Yeah, dude. People are getting busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what else is there to do?
Nothing. Nothing. But we have not gone into martial law yet.
Yeah.
I don't know
I've been.
if by the time everybody hears this, we will be in martial law or not.
I'm hearing that the original countries are slowly like starting to return back to normal life.
Well, I know
Like China.
China, they've had their ups, they've had their downs, and they're starting to balance out right now.
Same with Sweden. The kids are going to school.
Italy, not Italy. Italy, they had over 700 deaths today
Bro, that's crazy.
from it. Mhm.
That is crazy.
Hell yeah. It is.
Wait, isn't Italy where the like Vatican?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Vatican City is in Italy. Also, I think worldwide cases have climbed to over 700,000. We'll probably be at 1 million in a few days.
Yeah, 700 in Utah.
700 cases?
Yep.
2 deaths.
2 deaths, bro.
Yeah.
And they shut down Summit County. Is it Summit County?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, they shut them down. I don't really know what that entails because I keep hearing, well, everything is closed except for essentials, and I'm thinking, well, that doesn't sound much different than what's going on here right now.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about that kid, some Generation Z kid? They well, first of all, this is a challenge going around with these kids.
It always is.
I hate when people say millennials because I'm a millennial.
Yeah.
I'm not Generation
We're older
Z.
now.
Yeah.
Yes. We're the ones freaking worried about our parents trying
True.
to keep them in the house. You know what I mean?
True.
But this Generation Z kids, they're going around. The challenge is you lick like toilet seats and
Oh
like
my.
doorknobs and shit
No,
like that.
You're making this up.
I'm not making it up. This one kid, he licked. I forgot what it was, like a doorknob or something. I forgot what it was.
Bruh.
And then he has a coronavirus now.
How could you
Oh
not?
my God.
Right. That's all I'm saying. So
What's the point of the challenge?
I don't know.
Like,
I have
what's
no
what's the
idea.
point of any of these challenges? Like the Tide challenge, I didn't get that.
The eating the Tide
There's
Pods.
Yeah.
never been a point.
How
There
stupid
was
can you be? That's
what
the
was
challenge.
it? Kylie Jenner lip challenge. There was.
Oh
the,
yeah.
I
It
remember
all
that
started
shit.
with the cinnamon challenge. I feel
Oh,
like.
the cinnamon challenge.
That one was the one that fucking blew
We
up.
did that
Oof.
one.
And then
We
the
was
bucket
kids.
challenge. You remember that one?
The ALS
Yep,
ice
yep.
bucket challenge.
I mean,
That
but
one was for a good
It
cause.
wasn't harmless. Yeah,
It was good
wasn't-
for a
yeah,
good cause.
Yeah, it was harmless.
I seen some people get knocked out from some buckets though on that challenge. I ain't gonna lie. I seen some shit, man. I seen some things, stuffing things.
And for you,
Seen
the
some
audience
things,
out
man.
there, let us know what you guys have been doing to keep yourselves entertained.
Yeah,
let us
we wanna
know
know.
in the
Hit us
comments, in the emails. Hit us up.
Comment on our posts on Instagram because
Yeah.
we be posting.
Convosaries@gmail.com.
And if you
Um,
don't know what to do, watch Convosaries.
Hey.
Listen to Convosaries.
Hey.
So going along with this Corona thing, and we won't touch on it too much longer, because I'm just about fucking tired of hearing about it.
Same.
But we gotta talk about it because
Same.
it's what's
It's-
taking up our life right now.
Stupid not to.
Right. So one thing is like a lot of people have canceled trips and
Mhm.
plans and summer shit and
Not
like
Florida.
gyms are not Florida. Not Florida. Gyms are shutting down, but people are still spring breaking in Miami, huh?
Bruh.
Going crazy, bro.
Wild. It's a wild world.
But have you guys had to cancel any plans or anything? Because I know, like, for me, I'll go ahead and just tell you. For me, I've had to cancel my trip. Like, I was going to buy my plane tickets this week, literally this week,
Yeah.
to go to NYC and from there to Italy for, like, a week.
Bro, you cannot go
this
to
summer.
both of those.
Both
cities.
of those.
Dang.
Neither of those should I be going
That's
to.
a sign, Reg.
I
That is a
forbid
Forbid you
sign.
from
Stay
traveling
home.
until this whole thing blows over anyway. Or else you're not allowed in the studio.
Bro, I'm telling you. I'm
Right.
telling you. You've manifested this thing of just Reg. It's not Reg Travels no more, bro. I'm telling you.
He's Reg.
He's just Reg.
Still Reg
I don't know. I might
Travis.
have to change my name sooner or later. Maybe one of these days. But did you guys have any like plans? Like you were planning anything in the summer? Like for me, I was planning on going to like Africa too at the end of the year, but
Yeah.
we'll see how Corona does.
I was supposed to go to Alaska,
Oh,
but
nice.
that didn't happen.
Not nice.
And Texas, 70% of Texas is shut down.
Sounds right.
Cali is completely shut down.
Yep, I was gonna go to Cali in May.
Yep. So yes, I have been affected.
Yeah,
And work. Yes.
work for sure, for sure.
Because like I do door to door and people just not answering. Dog.
Nobody wants to answer. Who's just knocking on my door? Who are you?
Exactly. What you got?
Bring it through the door. Huh?
Stand 6 feet away.
That reminds me to bring it back around. I seen this meme.
Nice.
I had shared it actually of 2 Mormon missionaries. It says, "You can't hide now. We know you're home."
Right. Speaking of which, they're doing like a no contact delivery. You guys heard about that?
Yes.
Like just gonna go ahead and explain it. So like say you order like some Domino's or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to put down something on a clean clean surface. They're supposed to put it on the ground, put your pizza on top of that surface, and then stand 6 feet away. Well, knock on your door, obviously. Stand 6 feet away, and then everything's already paid for through the app.
Yep.
So, I mean, people are adjusting. Are you guys, like, trying to figure out ways to adjust? I'm trying to figure out how to live through this because we don't know when it's going to end.
Like, yeah, we ran into the same thing. We got DoorDash the other day, and there was a notification saying that exact same thing. No contact.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been just, like, going to the grocery store, getting some essentials, if they're not out. But
Right.
for the most part, trying to keep things as normal as I can, bro.
I think things are starting to balance out, at least here in that aspect of like things being missing off the shelves and
Yeah.
stuff. It's like, it still looks weird when you go into a grocery store and you look down the toilet paper aisle and it's pretty barren.
Yep.
But it's not like it was before, I feel like.
Right.
At the very like beginning of the hype, with
Yeah.
everybody going crazy.
And shouts out to
Yeah.
you, Reg, by the way,
Thank
for, like, keeping them shelves
You're
stocked.
essential.
Because we had
you. Thank you.
Trevin and I went to the grocery store earlier on this week
Mm-hmm.
hunting for cheese, bro.
Yeah.
And they had
It
like
was
the little
gone.
baggies. They had the little baggies, and we eat a lot of cheese. I make
Yeah.
quesadillas every day, dog.
Damn.
So
Quesadilla
Dash
every
has
day.
to have
every
his
day.
quesadillas.
I have to have my
bro.
quesadillas. It's
Wow, this is a thing.
it's a new
It's
thing.
a thing.
So there was this like one guy who was just stacking the cheese while we were there, thankfully, and he had the big bags. So Trevor was like, "Yo, you got the cheese that's mixed, like the light cheese and the dark cheese." I don't know. What
Dude,
to
I
call
felt
it.
so bad. I didn't want to bother this poor man.
'Cause
Like
he's-
he was
yeah,
doing his thing, and
straight
you know
up.
he's keeping America running right now, and
Yep.
I'm just like patiently waiting.
Sure that.
But we have to buy cheese for everybody, and half of the place likes the sharp cheddar. The other half of us like the white, like mozzarella, or like provolone and stuff like that. So we get like blends,
Right.
and everybody's happy because everybody still loves cheese.
Yeah,
But all he had was like this
the white cheese.
white quesadilla cheese.
And we're
no.
like, nah.
Yeah. I love that shit, but I was like, I can't bring that home.
Yeah. And we were
So I
like,
was
He
like-
said I can't bring it.
I was
home.
like waiting, and I noticed he had a big thing. He was pulling out boxes and cutting them up, and I was like, my man, you want to grab that one next? Like, if you can, like, I
yeah.
don't want to be a bother.
And he was super nice too.
He was cool about it, and I felt so bad though because he opened like 6 boxes, and they all had the white. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
We're just
Hand
sanitizing our hands.
Hand sanitizing, guys. Trying to keep safe
Yep.
I touched the studio
as
a
we
lot.
do this for you.
I touched the studio a lot.
Sorry,
I'm
Trevor.
pretty handsy. I'm pretty hands-on in the studio, I would say.
But yeah, homie was just like unpacking boxes, right? And like straight up, he opens 4 white mozzarella cheese boxes in a row, bro.
They were all that quesadilla stuff.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we got.
That's all
probably.
we got.
I mean, we probably got a lot more because we're starting to stock now.
Yeah.
They were limiting how many cases we could order, but now it's like unlimited. I don't want to talk about work.
Yeah.
Y'all
yeah.
always trap me into talking about some shit,
No,
and then
we
halfway
just
through, I
saying-
realize I don't want to talk about
We
this.
just want to say we understand what you're going through right
I
now.
appreciate you
and
guys.
respect, dog, and
all
respect
of
to
you
like
essentials
all of the
out there.
hospitals. Yeah, shout out to you
Yes.
all essentials, man.
Yes, I know we keep saying it, but we really do mean it. We
Straight
appreciate
up,
you
we
guys.
do. We really do.
So plowing ahead,
Mhm.
plowing right through this. My best friend listened to that episode. Remember, I told you I lost my virginity while we
Oh.
were both on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Not to
Wait,
her.
you and your friend?
My best friend. You remember the story,
Oh, yeah,
right?
Yeah,
yeah,
she
yeah,
was with
yeah.
you. And
She was
you-
with me.
You lost
Yeah.
your virginity to the stripper.
Yeah, to the stripper.
Yeah, thanks for
Involuntarily.
reiterating that.
It was your
Yes.
idea to tell the story that
I
day.
know, but yeah. So yeah, I had her listen to it. She like just to make sure I didn't give too many details, and she was like, "Oh, it was funny," you know. So I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
But that got me to thinking because I call her like we call each other boo all the time. I'm single, she's doing her thing.
Mhm.
I'm doing my thing, and we just call each other boo.
Mm.
Like that's one of my female best friends, man.
Mhm.
Would you like be okay with calling your female best friend boo? Like, how would your wife take that?
I don't know. It depends on the context.
Okay.
For me, if it's hello platonic,
hold on, Dash. Hold
Huh?
on. You can't just leave that like that. I'm sorry, Dash.
no. I feel like Trevor's being careful.
Yeah.
I don't talk to people like that.
Okay.
So, but I mean, like, I've said it to, like, Megan in the house.
Mm.
Like,
See, that's a different
she's
thing.
like,
though. I mean,
will
that's
you
the
hand
same.
me that? And I'm like, oh, I got you, boo. Like, I
Yeah.
don't mean that.
Yeah.
But it's just like
Exactly.
a common phrase. So I'm
Yeah.
just like throwing it out there like a meme.
Yeah.
Like we quote
So you
memes
would
and
then.
reference stuff. Kind of, but I don't say it often enough. Like I may have said it one time.
Yeah, it's not like a
To, like-
thing. Not like when you call her boo. It's not like
it
a
is now. You're
thing.
making a big deal out of it, bringing it up.
Well, I wasn't. I was just converse. I was gonna say conversating, conversing,
I was just convosaries.
and now you're making a big thing for pointing it out.
But yeah,
Dash.
I feel like it goes back to the platonic conversation we had the other week.
Yeah.
You know, if you know, it's not like you're saying it in a relationship type of way. I'm
Mhm.
cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is, I'm uncomfortable. Like, what are you trying to do?
What's the line not to cross? Where's the line that you cross with a female best friend when you're like in a relationship?
The line
Yeah.
in terms of verbally or physically?
In terms of anything, just what would be crossing the line anyway?
It depends. That definitely varies. Like, I know in the Latin culture, they're
Mhm.
very touchy.
Mm.
Whereas in other cultures, they're not as they'll find that like weird,
Right.
you know. So
Mm.
I think it just depends.
Your culture.
My culture, hug it up, slap some dick, slap some ass.
We slap dick here.
Oh. I was not
We're
expecting
dick slappers
that.
in this house.
Reg was just like shook.
Yeah.
Like the teenage daughter brings home her boyfriend to meet mom and dad for dinner.
Oh, young man, how you doing? We don't shake hands around this house. We
Have you ever
slapping
been
dicks.
to a girlfriend's dad's house for dinner and he's like, "Oh, we're a hugging family.
Oh, we're a dick
You're gonna get
slapping
used to
family.
this. We're a dick slapping, ass grabbing motherfucking family up in this house.
No,
You'll
I'm
get
just
used to
messing,
it."
though. I'm just messing, but in my culture, is like natural to hug people and just to be
Slap their
like,
dick.
yes.
Apparently.
But yeah, it's not a big deal.
Right.
Yeah.
What would be the line for you?
Mm.
He
Because
hasn't crossed it yet.
I agree with you, Dash. Like
I stay far away from the line,
that's your line.
so I don't know.
So that's
Yeah.
You haven't
that's your
been
line.
past
So
the
that's
boundary.
what I was gonna say. I agree with Dash. It depends on the situation, the person, everything encompasses like how it is for you.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
for you, you stay far away from the line. That's your line. Dash, you get a little bit of physical hugs. That's your line.
Yeah.
Same in Alabama. We're touchy feely.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you before, if I meet you for the first time, you're probably gonna get a hug from me down
Same.
where I'm from. But I think that if it gets to the point where it's flirting, I mean, even friendly flirting is okay with me. Like the whole boo thing, because it's not real.
Yeah.
But if it gets to if it makes me think that she might be uncomfortable, or if I wouldn't do it around her, then that's the line.
All right. I got a question for you, bro.
What's up?
So let's say you had a girlfriend.
Thanks
You're
a
in
lot.
relationship now.
No, I'm
in
single.
This hypothetical situation. So and I'm meeting your girlfriend for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and I hug your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that as whoa, bro, or it's cool?
And you're Dash, and I'm RJ,
Yeah.
and you're my friend.
Yeah.
I expect that.
So, like, where is the line? Because remember, there was that whole thing of Beyonce and Omar had the dude from Power, the main character,
Yeah.
and he kissed her cheek, and people were like, "That's too close," and all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's also fine with me.
So, like, how do you know?
I feel like we were saying, like, it just depends. Like, if it depends on my relationship with you at that point.
Got you. Makes sense.
How much I trust you.
Makes
Because
sense.
if I'm with her,
Yeah.
obviously I'd hope I'd be trusting her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that at that point is my relationship with you. How well do I trust you? Where's that line? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I know it's not malicious or anything, hell
It's
yeah,
all good.
kiss her on the cheek. I used to do that with one of my old roommates in college. We're still like best friends.
Yeah.
His girlfriend, she like hung out with us all the time. So hell yeah, give her hugs, give her kisses on the cheek and everything. She kissed me on the cheek. It was the same. Like nobody said anything. Nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were all comfortable. We trusted each other. I wasn't trying to get with her. She wasn't trying to get with me. We knew they were together.
It's G code.
G code.
Got you.
Hell yeah, Lil Wayne reference.
I mean, I would hug your girlfriend if like you brought her.
No, the hell
to
you
my
wouldn't,
house.
Trevin. No, I'm joking.
You bring her into my house and you're like, this is
Getting
you
a
know,
hug.
somebody's gonna get their fucking dick slapped.
I'm so
You with Reg, I'm slapping your dick.
I'm so happy I brought that up.
That's gonna be the
Oh,
thing.
man.
Getting you. Oh, welcome. You ready to get your dick slapped? Showing him your stuff out there.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, which also kind of like had me reminiscing this past week.
Yeah.
I was listening to some podcast and they were talking about like long distance relationships.
Oof.
And
They're the
how
best kind right now.
I was gonna say, well, yeah, definitely. I was gonna say, and how some people prefer long distance relationships. I
Yeah.
started to think maybe I kind of prefer it because I was looking at my last relationships, like maybe out of my last 3 relationships, 1.5 of those was long distance because it became long distance. But I don't know. I used to be a little selfish. Like looking back on it, because hindsight is fucking 20/20, you know. But I don't know. To me, at the time, I was like, I want it. When I talked to my girlfriend over Skype, because she would always like bitch at me because I would never have time to Skype.
Yeah.
Okay.
She wanted to Skype for like 5 minutes, and I wanted to. When I'm Skyping you, I want to have time with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't see it that way. To me, it was a waste of time for 5 minutes if I'm like busy and I'm not gonna be paying attention. I want to, you know what I mean? You kind of know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
But like looking back, like I said, to her it probably meant the world. 5 minutes, even if I wasn't like, even if I was preoccupied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
But I mean, just you know, hindsight. This quarantine got me thinking about a lot of shit, man.
It does, bro. Like it's got me reminiscing to like when I was 5 years old.
Really?
And being in the sand pit.
Yeah.
It's taking me back, bro. And I've gotten in contact with like a lot of family members who I don't talk to as much.
Right.
A lot of friends who I'm not in contact as much with. And it's just, just showing love to everybody.
Right.
I feel like this situation is bringing the world together, you know?
What do you feel about that long distance thing, though?
I like.
Have you ever had?
Yeah, bro, and it sucked both times.
Yeah.
Like, so it's cool for a short period of time, like for a month.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's longer than that, it would have to be like we're partners. You know what I'm saying? As in, we've known each other for a really long time, and we're taking this relationship serious.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's a waste of time for me because there isn't that interaction. It's not the same.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't like long distance relationships.
Trevin, if there was ever a situation where you had to go away for like a year, and if this shit just like popped off and you had to go on a year tour, away from your wife and everything, away from this house, but you're providing, so you're doing a thing. You know what I mean? How impactful do you think that'd be on your relationship?
That kind of stuff makes me nervous.
Yeah.
It always has. But I have a bad history of being cheated on in my relationships.
Same.
So I have trust issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it has anything to do with my wife, but I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
That trauma's still there.
So, I don't know, man. But we have a really strong relationship. It might work out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just kind of like circumstantial things here.
Yeah, I definitely would hope that it would work out for sure.
You look like this is an uncomfortable subject.
I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about.
Yeah. Because it's very possible.
I think
Yeah.
that
I think you're really good.
Well, I appreciate that. I think that I would do things differently than most people. I think most people do the same thing the same kind of way. I think that, and this might be naivete or whatever. I've never been on tour, but I think I would try to find a way to like bring her along with me.
Yeah.
The other thing though is that we like to have fun together, and we don't have anything to be tied down to other than this house.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have kids. We don't have.
Right. Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I mean, we like dedicated some time to having some fun before we settled down, and we decided we wanted kids. I think I've talked about this before on the show, but we'd like to wait until we've lived enough of our lives to have stories for our kids,
Yeah.
And I'd hate to see regret every time I looked at my kid. It's not fair to them,
Yeah.
So
that is why I don't have any kids right now, dude. I swear.
So,
yeah, well, I know because you're the kind of guy that likes to travel and have
make
fun,
life
so-
experiences.
Yeah, you can't do that with a family.
I'm too selfish right
But
now.
I think I
Yeah,
could make it
speaking
work
on that,
with my wife.
like while we're still on this topic and selfishness and stuff, like I've been just thinking back since the corona thing. As you get older, are you guys starting to see yourself become less selfish? I know, Trevin, for you have like Victoria to think about now, and you guys you move as a unit. But you, Reg, as you've gotten older, have you like starting to lower the threshold of your selfishness and being more open to like your partner or just different situations?
Well, I'm single. I don't have a partner. But as far as like what you were just saying, as far as have I become less selfish? Now, exact opposite has happened.
You've become more selfish?
Yeah, no, and seriously, because I used to be too selfless. Before I realized that I'm an introvert, or more technically, I'm an outgoing introvert. But before I realized that, I used to I swore up and down I was an extrovert, and I wanted to just help as many people as I could at at that time. You know what I mean? I was there for people more than I was there for me.
Yeah.
And then I just fucking like one day I'm not gonna say I had a breakdown. It was not a breakdown. It was just kind of I went into a depression, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I just kind of secluded myself from everybody else.
Yeah.
That's kind of along the same time where I moved to South America, in like this 1-bedroom apartment by myself.
Yeah.
And I realized I love myself. I love being by myself.
Yeah. It's a great
like
feeling, bro.
Yeah, it's like a recharge.
It is.
Really.
Yeah.
Because you like me, myself, I'm an outgoing introvert, like I said. So what that entails is basically I love to go out, hang with people. Well, when my friends can get me out, I love being out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I love to go out. I love being out when I'm out.
I'm the same way.
But at any moment, I could just be like, okay, this is a lot, and I'm ready to
battery just
be going
dies.
home. Yeah, it just dies. There's no 50% warning, no 20% warning. It's just like, all right, let's go. I'm done with this.
Yeah.
It's not because of the people. It's just because
You just want
it's a lot of like, what do they call that? Outside exposure. What is that?
I don't know.
I have no idea what
The
you're
hand
trying to
gestures aren't really helping.
It's
me.
not helping. I thought you'd get it from the hand gestures.
say. I don't know. Don't look at me.
I've moved on from that.
Yeah, but that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, I've become a little bit more selfish. And that's actually a good thing. I see it.
Yeah. So do you ever see yourself reverting back or just like finding a middle ground?
I'm still working on finding a middle ground.
I got you.
Some days I'm more selfish than others.
Yeah. I mean, we're all that way.
Sometimes I'm selfish at the wrong times. Seriously, I'm trying to figure it out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shouts out.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody walks around pretending they know what's going on here, but really nobody knows
Nobody
what's going on
knows,
here.
bro.
That's why there's
Earthquakes.
still wars being fought over, hey, what the hell is going on here?
Yep.
It's so
Nobody
true.
knows.
Leave it to Corona to come through and stop all the wars. Everybody staying home.
Stay home.
Staying home
Stay home.
for 2 weeks.
Yes.
So I was also thinking, you guys, we did the story time thing, and I've really been thinking about my college days. Like, if I ever become like a big movie producer, director, or anything like that, I am definitely gonna write a series about my college days.
Yeah.
Because, dude, like, okay, so my freshman year and part of my sophomore year, I used to like run this scam, right? I mean, it didn't get me anywhere, but I used to like pretend I was from Puerto Rico. Okay. I did not know anywhere as much Spanish as I know now. Like, so I was barely getting by, but I would have an accent. All right.
Okay.
So at all the parties, I'd pretend I was Puerto Rican and walk around with the accent, and I knew all the international people. Or most of the international students,
Okay.
Especially the ones who spoke Spanish. So I'd be like, "Hey, okay, I'm from Puerto Rico. All right, so I'm gonna do the accent, and you have to tell everybody that I'm from Puerto Rico."
Oh my god!
And they were like, "All right," they were into it. I'm like,
Right.
looking back, I'm like, "Why would you guys help me?" It didn't give me any girls. I got to talk to I took a couple pictures and got to talk to like 1 or 2 girls, but I didn't get any girls out of this. But dude, for almost 2 years, I was trying to run the scam, man. Before I finally was just like, fuck it, I'm from Alabama.
2 years. It took you 2 years.
It took me 2 years to just be myself. I'm a slow learner in that aspect, man. I'm a slow learner.
Man. But shout out to going back to your roots, bro. I'm from Alabama. Screw this Puerto Rico shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm done. Oh man, you cracked me up.
I noticed that earlier. I didn't ask you guys what you've been doing, but I kind of know what you guys have been doing.
Dude,
We've been quarantined.
Let's talk about like what I've been doing then.
Yeah.
So today I told you, Trevin, I was gonna mention this. Today I was on live. Well, I wasn't on live with Charlamagne the God, but I was tuning into a live because so many celebrities are doing lives because there's not shit else to do, and they need the engagement with their followers and everything.
Yes.
Sure. And their fans. So Jess Hilarious, who is a comedian, she was on Wild 'N Out and everything. She was on a live, and then Charlamagne had jumped on her live, so I just started looking and everything. I was trying to promote Convosaries, so I just kept typing it in the comments, hoping they'd read it, but no. This is after this is after I had been on live with Bad Baby.
Shameless.
For about 30 minutes. I think I was on live looking at Bad Baby roll like a backwoods, but she like fucked it up and then had to roll another one. So I was watching her
Shouts out.
badly roll, a blunt. Shouts out, Bad Baby.
Shouts out.
Shouts out.
Yo, I can't wait till her new music comes out. Side note, because I do like Bad Baby.
Okay.
So I had watched her, and then I watched like 30 minutes of like Jess Hilarious and Charlamagne the God. Other than that, that's what I did today after work.
Yeah.
Still on chapter 5 of my quantum physics book.
I feel like there should be
I
a
put it
blast
down for
of
a minute.
confetti and a horn every time you say Charlamagne the God.
And there should.
That's the part of the episode.
It's a whole segment. He gets his own
He
segment.
gets his own segment.
Charlamagne of the day, not donkey of the day.
Donkey of the day.
Lot of Netflix, of course. I'm gonna start watching this Tiger King.
Tiger.
I'm gonna
King.
start watching it.
Yeah, my boy Jake mentioned something about it and
Yeah.
how interesting it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like private zoos and stuff.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm going in like completely blind. I
Yeah.
just know people are like
Into
freaking
it.
out over it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw a meme. I saw a meme that was like, how do we get to distract people? Like, this is the government talking. How do you get to distract people from the coronavirus? And they're like, release the tiger.
Release the tiger documentary. I saw that one. Yeah. That shit is funny. But I'm definitely gonna watch it. I've been watching a lot of Family Matters. You guys know? Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Nah.
Trevin, I would actually expect for you to have heard of Family Matters. Believe it or
I
not.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Not the
Reg.
movie, because the movie is white people. But you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Okay, the TV series with
Yeah,
Steve Urkel.
Yeah, Steve Urkel and them.
You know Steve Urkel, Dash?
Did I do
Did I
that?
do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the TV show that he came from.
Okay.
It started in the late 80s. I think in 89 it started.
Aight.
So I grew up on this TV show. And watching it now on Hulu
Yeah.
as an adult
Yeah.
instead of being the kid, oh, man, it's so crazy.
It's a
I
different
love
level.
doing that. Yeah, I love going back
It's
watching
always
shit
different, bro.
as an adult.
It's always different. It's cool.
It's like, I so agree with these adults. Your curfew
Yes.
is 11 o'clock.
Yes.
And that's giving you a little bit extra time. You should be
Yeah.
in the house at
11 o'clock's
9:30.
late, dude.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I'm
late
saying.
as fuck.
So, especially for like the 90s, dude.
Dude, well, I mean, maybe the 90s. I don't know. Like, before that, between like the 60s and 80s, I think that there was a lot more like just letting your kids like roam
Well,
free
yeah,
and
true,
shit.
true.
Like, even like when I was young,
back
like, there
in the
was
day when
still
they
a
didn't
little
care.
bit of left of that before we got cell phones and internet.
Mm,
I mean,
not.
kind of always had cell phones during my lifetime, but
What was curfew life for you guys like?
Well, I never really got a curfew until I like was able to drive in high school,
Mhm.
and it was like I think 10, 11.
Okay.
And then when I became a senior, it was midnight,
Yeah.
except on like prom. Prom was
True.
like 1 o'clock, 1:30, I think, something like that.
Trevin?
oh, you know, I didn't abide by no curfews.
I kind of grew up.
stinking curfews.
I kind of grew up in a stricter household.
Yeah.
Mm.
I grew up in a strict household too. Oh, my bad for
No,
cutting
you're
you
good. My parents knew that they couldn't
off.
like
Can't control them.
they didn't. Not to like.
Like
That sounds kind of bad. They didn't try, but I mean they did. But then like there was a certain level of like you ground him, he's out the window, he's gone. He's gonna crush his cell phone. He's gonna be on drugs. He's gonna be at some
crush his
house.
cell
He's not
phone.
gonna call.
Damn, son. You had your parents tripping, huh?
What is this?
Dude.
But
I
yeah,
do apologize
was-
for my computer going off too, ladies and gentlemen. If you can hear that,
Damn it,
shouldn't be
Trevin.
right now.
But yeah, I was kind of like the same as you, Trevin,
Mhm.
growing up. My parents are really
Wow.
strict,
But you didn't give any fucks.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Because I was like cooped up in the house all day. I wanted to see what was
Like,
going outside.
So you were trained for coronavirus.
Yes, I
Mhm.
was
Mhm.
self-trained. Yeah, my parents got worried about me a few times, like, cause I would always walk back from home,
Mm,
and like sometimes I'd forget to tell them I'm going to my friend's house,
gotcha.
and they'd call the cops to come look for
Wow.
me. Yeah, it got real, bro.
Wow.
So yeah, and
What the South African police just, hey, what are you doing? Why don't you come up here? Get into the cop car and we take you back home.
Straight up, like, but they never found me, so I'd always come back home before they looked for me.
We couldn't find you, son.
I don't know where that accent came from.
I don't know. That last one sucked. The one before that was all right.
Almost
Oh,
South
man,
African, and it kept like
almost.
trying to
It
be
went
Australian.
and then it went to Irish, like at the very
I don't know
end.
what mix that was.
They
but-
can't find you, son, yeah? I don't know what the hell that was.
Oh man.
You motherfucker.
So the only time, okay, I've never climbed out of a window, my bedroom window, but what I did do is sneak a girl in my bedroom window.
Okay.
And then she left early in the morning, but I didn't realize my mom was awake.
Oh.
Yeah, and then so she left, and my mom came. She was like, "Hey, did you
Hey.
hey, did you? It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like I heard somebody going out your window this morning." She was like, "You didn't let your girlfriend go out the window, right? She didn't stay last night."
Nah, never.
I was such a good kid, dude. I was like, yeah. She was like, wait, what? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. My mom was disappointed in me. Side note, I was talking to you, Trevin, about this earlier. What's the opposite of disappointed? Appointed?
Appointed.
So if I did something good, my
so
mom would have been so appointed in me.
I'm so appointed with you right
I'm
now.
so
very
appointed
appointed in you.
But yeah, no, I hate
He's
when
been
parents.
appointed chief
Oh,
executive
dude,
officer.
It's the
I
like.
hate when they say they're
It hits
disappointed.
you in the heart, bro.
Yeah, that's the worst thing.
It hits you in the heart because, like I've had a situation where both of my parents said that to me on different occasions.
Mm.
It made me feel like crap, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh man. Because I had this situation where, I think I was 18 or 19, and my dad told me to, because he rented a trailer.
Right.
So he told me to take it back to the place he rented it from. So I'm driving there, and I get to a red light. So at the red light, there's the road there's like a huge hump, right?
At the
So-
red light?
Well, at
Or
the
like,
intersection.
okay,
kinda.
like going down, okay,
Yeah, it was a bumpy road.
gotcha.
So yeah, I go over this bumpy road, right? And I didn't hook the trailer up right.
Oh,
So the
man.
trailer bounces off, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn, I messed up. So I quickly,
Yeah, you did.
I quickly hook it back
You
on.
don't say.
I quickly hook it back on. I go back to the rental place and like, what happened? Like, like yeah, I messed up. And my dad, I got home. I told my dad what happened, and he's like, yeah, I'm not angry about what happened to the trailer. I'm disappointed.
Ooh.
Bro, and I was like, damn, it made me
Like,
think of life.
I could have done
a different
better.
way.
You're right.
It did. But ever
Oh,
since then,
man.
I was like, yo, I gotta make it up to my dad, bro. You
Yeah.
know? But
Yeah.
It triggers something.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I've ever experienced that because my parents were always disappointed. I just knew they were in a constant state.
Set
of
the bar low,
disappointment.
bro.
I did, but
Set it
when
low.
hearing you tell that story, this incident comes to mind.
Yeah.
I got a DUI in my mom's car.
Wow.
Like, yeah. right?
Your mom's car. She didn't even do anything to you.
I felt so bad, but man, that was part of my wild days, I guess.
Yeah.
Still, but it was for drugs, not alcohol.
Oh,
It was
okay.
3 a.m.
Yeah, okay.
Damn.
and it was just a bad time for everybody. I mean, I was like really belligerent, just being.
Yeah.
I'm really usually cool with cops. Like even if I'm caught in the act, I'm like, well, okay, I'm caught in the act. Like normal people will like try to like they see you smoking the crack pipe and
They're like, no.
you're like, oh shit,
Is
like,
that
let me
crack?
crush
No.
it, let me put it in my sock. He's like, what's in your sock? You're like, nothing. What are you stupid? What are you talking about, stupid?
Why'd you
I don't
pull
have a
me
problem.
over?
You have a problem.
Why are your pupils dilated? My pupils always dilated.
But usually I'm like pretty, you know, like okay, here it is, the crack pipe. You saw it. I'm not gonna be doing nothing stupid. Let's
Yeah.
go to jail. But
All right, let's go. I know where this is
You know
headed.
what you did, buddy.
You got me.
Right.
But this particular time, I was extremely upset. I got. It was a huge deal, man. It was not my brightest moment. I had a 16-year-old in the passenger seat, and I was hit with possession,
Mm-hmm.
contributing to the delinquency of a minor,
Ooh.
paraphernalia for the pipe,
Mm-hmm.
DUI, and endangering a child because I was driving high with a minor in the car.
Damn.
Bro, that's like 6 counts.
The minor wasn't doing drugs, by the way, just so everybody knows.
But
But they assumed so. So
You done came a long way, Trevor
Just
Reiser.
to clarify.
You done like you really done.
I've got a
came
dark
long way,
past,
bro.
but I hope I come a long way.
I mean, you're not riding around with kids doing drugs.
I mean,
no
I was
more.
like
I
19,
hope
he was
not.
16. It wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't like I had a baby in the back seat and I was smoking crack. Like it was weed.
Never mind. That has nothing to do with I was gonna say, I remember being in trouble with the cops. I was in high school and it was me and this girl. We had parked behind some garages and
Mm-hmm. And you know, I know.
and like we were fooling around and shit. Like she was giving me head and then I see a flashlight coming up behind, the car. And I'm like, oh shit, because we were in the car,
Mm-hmm.
and parking behind random ass garages late at night is illegal.
Really?
Apparently, yeah.
Suspicious, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know why I brought that up. Just because I guess I wanted to one up you. You were talking about getting in trouble with the cops. I didn't even get in trouble.
I just remember like having a conversation with my dad, like, and it was just the weirdest feeling. Like I'd done a lot of shit, but
Yeah.
I don't know. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't,
Mm.
Yeah, I've.
He was just like, so this is what we're doing now.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
so
Kind
this-
of that level of like, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I can relate so much.
It's kind of like there's this now.
So Reg,
Mhm.
what I'm getting from all of these stories is you went from being a good kid to a menace.
Where I would say a menace.
You said
Yeah.
I was a good kid, and you said you've been getting more selfish lately. He's just putting two and two
Are we
together.
putting everything together now?
We're
I
putting
should
it-
stop answering so honestly. Huh? I did want to do something real quick since we're not going to do a devil's advocate this week. Oh, by the way, guys, surprise, we're not doing devil's advocate this week.
Surprise.
Wow, I love the devil's advocate.
I know. Well, I have one, but I can't figure out how to phrase it. But I do have something else I want to do it.
All right, let's do it.
We'll do the other one a different time.
Right.
So basically, we're gonna do. You guys know Mount Rushmore, right? Trevin, you
Yes,
know.
that's the 4 people on the wall.
Yes. We were talking about on the wall.
On the wall.
4 people on the wall. Hey, that's exactly what it is, Dad.
I remember the first time I saw that I was watching Ben 10.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what episode, what was going on, but I was like Mount Rushmore.
Ben 10 was a good show.
It was the
The
greatest.
mountain they carved presidents' heads into.
Yes,
The
Tim.
founding
it was
fathers, right? The
four-
forefathers.
4 people on the wall.
I don't
Yes.
know. The 4 that are on the wall.
Yeah,
Four that are on the
four
wall.
of those fathers who
Benjamin
founded something.
Franklin.
I don't know. They were just presidents or something. Anyway, so
Anywho.
the important part is they're top 4 of America. Okay, so
What about 44?
this is the point of what I'm doing here.
Why you
So
gotta
we're gonna. I know. Why you just gotta argue?
He doesn't.
I mean, I do.
Why don't we just say 444 and just make it Jay Z?
Straight up. Straight up.
So this is like a kind of a game. You get the Mount Rushmore of something, right?
Okay.
So I guess we were gonna do something that's been like, that I listened to on the podcast, and I hate to bite it, but I need to shout them out. Righteous and Ratchet. Shouts out to Righteous and Ratchet.
Shout out to Righteous
Okay,
and
shouts
Ratchet.
out.
As Kev on stage and Doughboy.
Okay.
Y'all check them out. They're freaking hilarious.
Mhm.
And I think, or this may have been Damn Internet You Scary. So shouts out Damn Internet You Scary
Shouts out.
Okay, shouts out.
to Patrick Cloud and to Hear More. All of these people are comedians.
Okay.
So they've been doing crossover for the quarantine series, doing the whole, remote podcasting thing.
Dope.
They did a Mount Rushmore of cereal, and I just have to get mine out there.
Oh, okay.
You guys want to
But
play this?
I don't really eat cereal. I don't.
Kind of person are
Because
you?
I don't drink milk. Because milk is for babies.
Oh, not almond milk.
Milk is for babies.
Yeah, whatever. do you want to do cereal? You want to do something else? We can do something else.
Well, like food. I'm down for food.
Food?
Yeah.
That's too broad.
Pick
Pick a type of food.
Let's say.
Like category, like maybe types of food, like
Yeah. Let's do types
Indian,
of food.
Korean, like that.
Ooh.
Southern.
Yes.
home
Yes.
cooking.
Like
Okay.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
let's
Let's
do
do Mount Rushmore of types of food, I guess.
Okay. And y'all are looking at me. Alrighty.
Good job, Dash. Everybody just stare at Trevin so he starts.
That's tough, man. I just
everybody go through, do your one, and
I
then we'll
love
do like that.
all food, man.
Yeah, same.
So I
Mhm.
don't know.
I'm very picky.
Sheesh.
Okay, I can go because I have mine right off the
Okay.
bat.
Go.
Number one, my George Washington of my Mount Rushmore of food. Freaking Italian,
Oh, bro. I was gonna say that.
but
You can still have it.
Yeah.
specifically pasta.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay. What kind of pasta? Because there's a bunch of.
my
pastas.
favorite pasta is lasagna. That's my
Oh,
favorite
dude,
pasta.
I was
period.
gonna say
all
that.
day,
Like straight up, I was gonna say
all day.
that. Okay. Okay.
So, like Italian food, well, let's just stick with pasta. So, pasta is so versatile.
Yes.
Like you can cook all types. There's so many types of pasta, dude.
And
There's
it's perfect
stuffed
for every
pastas,
situation.
every situation. Cold pastas, so antipasto. Some of those are even so good. Like you got
Yeah.
macaroni salads. That's a picnic thing.
Bruh.
You got fucking macaroni and cheese,
Oh my goodness, classic.
bro. Pasta.
I've
You got
never had
spaghetti.
mac and cheese since like my first time having mac and cheese was when I came to America.
Really?
Yep.
And did you like it right off the bat?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
It's dank. It's dank.
It's good shit as long as you know how to cook it.
Yes.
Kraft sucks. I mean, Kraft's okay. Shouts out to Kraft.
you called him out. It's too late.
Step your game up. You ever had baked macaroni and cheese?
Yeah, I have.
That's the best kind. That's that Southern home cooking shit.
Yep.
So
like grilled cheese and like crumbly like crunchy stuff on top and shit.
Bro, I could go without the breadcrumbs. I just like my cheese to be burnt a little bit. That way it like it's crunchy a little bit.
Oh.
Just
Like
a
when
little
it's
bit.
yeah, I
Loving
like
this
when it's
crunchy.
made of like a mix of like melted real cheese, like shredded cheese, and
Ooh.
then like the cheese like artificial cheese sauce.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's good shit. My mom makes it like that. So hands down, we just talked about macaroni and cheese, but spaghetti, ravioli, like I said, stuffed pastas.
Yeah.
So pasta is my George Washington.
Okay. It's my turn.
Yeah,
Uh,
anybody's turn.
I like
Big butts, and I cannot lie.
Let's go in the
Since-
same place.
Thank
since you
you.
went Italian. I like southern food, bro. You
Yeah.
know, that comfort food, bro.
Yeah,
I went to Texas Roadhouse and like everything on that menu.
it's
is
not southern
good,
though.
bro.
But I get you. I get you.
Like the home style.
Yeah, like that barbecue.
Yeah.
That you know
Mashed
what I'm saying?
potatoes.
Yes, dude. It makes you so full and stuffed. It gives you the itis. The first,
Oh, it does.
like I watched Boondocks and they were talking about the itis, and I was like, I never had the itis until I ate southern food, bro. So that is my number one. And the specific thing I like is ribs,
Oh,
pork ribs. That's
Oof.
my number one.
pork ribs. Now, I've been thinking about eating meat again, but I don't care about it that much. But ribs are good. I kind of stopped eating pork before I stopped eating meat. But I mean, you gotta have bacon sometimes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta sometimes have bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
My-
probably the only thing.
Well, my
Hot
favorite
dogs.
thing in the whole world, my
like hot
George
dogs.
Washington, is breakfast sausage.
Ooh.
Like sausage links, like
Mm.
you know the
Bruh.
like signature seasoning.
Yeah.
Sometimes they got maple in it.
Yep.
That's my favorite thing in the world.
That's my favorite. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about like the corn dog ones?
I love those with
The
the
pancake batter.
yeah.
Ooh, those are so
Those
good.
are amazing.
What are we talking about?
Food.
Mount Rushmore
So hungry.
of
I gotta
food.
go home and like go make some some tofu. Not Corona.
this
This is not Corona.
Hashtag not Corona every time.
I just kind of tried to swallow it and went down the wrong pipe.
I'm gonna just shift.
just
a
trying
little
to
bit.
clear my
It's
throat,
not
man.
related to
Quit
that
looking
cough,
at me.
But I'm gonna just shift a little
It's
bit.
not Corona. Coronavirus. All right. I'm trying to think who's the other person on George Washington. All right, Thomas Jefferson. Who's your Thomas Jefferson?
So that's my
of-
number two.
Of food, yeah. My Thomas Jefferson of food will have to be. I'm gonna go with Korean. Korean.
Going Asian, huh?
Yes, I would love. I wish I could just say Asian, but they're
So
Chinese is so
many.
different from
It
Vietnamese.
is.
It's so different from
Thai.
Thai. It's so different
Bruh.
from Korean,
Yes,
Singaporean. It's they're all
Japanese.
just different. Exactly.
Oh, Korean barbecue.
Korean is my favorite, but
Bruh.
here's my favorite thing: bulgogi.
Okay, what is that?
It's like the sauce is a bulgogi sauce, but it's basically just beef. It's not
Okay.
shredded, but it's beef cut up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get your rice, and then you have you ever been to a Korean restaurant?
Yeah.
Not Korean barbecue, just I mean they do that at Korean barbecue too. So that you know how they have the separate bowls of different types of stuff, and everybody just
And the
grabs.
stove
It's a
thing.
family style thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just like make your plate basically. It's oh my gosh.
Bruh, I
Korean
know what
food
you're
is
talking
so
about.
good.
Yes, yes.
So good. And then they have like the vegetarian kind of like sushi almost, but it's vegetarian.
Okay.
What was it bibimbap? Bibimbap is a different dish, but it's good.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but that's my Thomas Jefferson.
That's dope. My Thomas Jefferson would be Thai food, bro.
Ooh, Thai food. You like that spicy?
Oh, bruh. Well, I'm not in love with spicy food.
Yeah.
It's just the way they make their food is
I
just
get
so
it.
delicious,
You
bro.
like peanut butter
I do like peanut
or
butter.
peanut? Not peanut butter. Peanut sauce. because they put it on a lot of their food.
Yes, that is dank. There's actually a lady. Her name is Susie, and she's got a food truck, Susie Thai.
Down out here
Yes.
in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, she travels around Utah, just like
What, Susie
selling-
Thai?
Susie Thai.
Thank you for the plug,
Bruh, she makes that
Shouts
food.
out.
Shouts
She
out. I
actually
hope
makes
she's
what you're
doing all
talking
right
about.
with
Right.
everything.
Yeah,
right
she's
now.
still selling. She's still selling. Shouts out to Susie Thai. She
Thank you for
makes
letting
what
me
you were
know.
talking about, the peanut butter soup
Mhm.
type thing,
Mm-hmm.
and mixes with like a whole bunch of food. But bro, there's like so many different dishes that is so amazing. When I went to Thailand, I tried like so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Teo Wings,
Shouts
who
out.
introduced me to like, a
Shouts
whole
out.
bunch of things. Especially the street food. Like, I'm a very picky
I
eater.
love street food.
I'm a very picky eater. But if someone is like, "Yo, you gotta try this. You're gonna love it," I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
You know. So that was my experience with Thai food. My favorite thing being, what is that? The not pad Thai, but the fried. It's like the rice with chicken and
It's not pad thai.
pad Thai is noodles.
Rice. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I used to eat that all the time when I lived in Kentucky.
But like a
It's this
fried
Thai
rice dish.
restaurant. I forgot.
Kind of like a fried rice dish, yeah.
I forgot what it's called.
So good.
I don't know what you're talking
So
about,
good.
but that sounds
Oh.
good.
But there's this thing. It's like pork on a stick.
Mm-hmm.
No one makes it like the Thais make it,
Okay.
bro. I
Okay.
forgot what it's called, but oof.
Pork on a stick.
Pork on a stick.
Thomas Jefferson, Trevin.
A good old fashioned cheeseburger.
Hey,
Okay.
going
You can't go
American.
wrong with a good cheeseburger. All right, now, what cheeseburger you talking? You talking homemade? You talking about like a Hardee's,
McDonald's,
charbroiled,
I
Arby's,
love them all equally
barbecue,
in different ways.
Burger
oven,
King.
stovetop.
I like making them. I'll fry them on the stove at home if I have to, but
Right.
I like
Yep.
grilling them, barbecuing them.
Mm-hmm.
I like a quick stop at McDonald's just as much as I love a stop
Right.
at In-N-Out or, you know, go to Habit or something, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
I just love me a good burger, man. Like a real good burger. There's nothing like that satisfies that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your face lit up.
He did. He did.
He's,
was
oh
like,
man, a
"Oh."
real good burger. That should have been the devil's advocate. McDonald's or In-N-Out.
I was gonna say
Um,
In-N-Out just because you asked the
I
question.
think they're in different lanes though, personally.
They are, but In-N-Out is just on a different level. That's just delicious.
Yeah, they're both good in their own ways. I could make arguments for both, but Theodore Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt. So, what would my Teddy Roosevelt, my third of food be? My third in my Mount Rushmore. I'm going with soul food, obviously, because look where I'm from.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not third on my list. It's just third me naming it. I'm just naming it third. But yeah, soul food, man. Come on.
How could you not?
Most specifically, I don't want to do the obvious like fried chicken.
Chitlins.
No, I mean I haven't eaten chitlins in a long time. And I'm not gonna say it's my favorite by far. You know what
Some
chitlins
good
are?
old grits.
Nope.
Literally the intestines of a pig.
Word. It just sounds
Like
cool.
fried up.
It has a cool name.
You gotta boil it to clean it. You gotta boil it like several times.
It's
It's a freaking
it's
process.
one of those meats that stinks up the whole
It'll
house.
stink up the whole house. It's literally intestines. You gotta clean the shit
It
out
just
of the
doesn't.
intestines.
I don't.
There's a whole story. I'll tell you off air.
I feel like
Um,
that's like a
I don't
black
feel
family
like I'll
thing
ever
because my
understand it,
parents did that too.
You'll understand it after I tell you the story off air.
Yeah.
But that's just because I'm trying to get through. We got to get through this.
Yeah.
So like I said, so most specifically, I'll probably go with. You know what? I love a good collard green.
Ooh, good choice.
Okay.
I love some collard greens, man. If they're done
choice.
well.
Yeah.
I also love like dressing, but that's more like a Thanksgiving thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, soul food's my third.
Okay.
My Theodore Roosevelt.
All right. My third is Mexican, bro.
Ah, okay.
Been chowing down a whole lot of that Mexican food lately.
Yeah.
Cause the homie's the plug for
Quesadillas, huh?
Cafe Rio. Yep. Bruh.
Yeah, and his quesadillas, he can't go a day without
Oh my
a
goodness,
quesadilla.
I cannot.
If
I
not,
make
multiple
quesadillas for
quesadillas a
everyone in
day.
the house, dog. Like
Are they just cheese or?
Nah, I started
Depends on
doing
the day.
something. Not like recently. I've been mixing it up with some chicken. Me and my boy were
Mixing it up, throw a few chicken pieces in the bitch. Boom, boom.
some of that
Salt
Salt
Bae.
Bae.
Salt Bae.
Shouts out.
Shouts out to Salt Bae. Yeah, like me and my homie were both cooking. I kind of left him hanging to go get my haircut.
He did.
But when we're still cooking together, we made some chicken. He added some spices, some lemon and
Lemon
something.
pepper.
And I was like, yo,
Oh, lemon pepper.
how
is
does that
where it's at,
taste?
bro?
and I asked him, how does that taste? And he's like lemon and pepper. I was like,
So, did you ever have it before then?
what, lemon and pepper?
Lemon pepper.
Probably. I just don't
Just
know.
unknowingly.
Yeah, I'm not like big. So I just got out of college, so my meals are hella basic.
Right.
You remember
right,
those
right,
days,
right?
right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
where
yes.
you can just make fried chicken on its own.
Yeah.
with just salt and eat that. That's what I'm at.
Coronavirus.
I knew it was coming.
So, have you ever had lemon pepper on like hot wings?
No.
Do lemon pepper wings,
Okay.
wet and dry,
From Buffalo Wild Wings.
from anywhere.
They have a good rendition of that.
From anywhere.
I
I don't know. I'm not a huge lemon pepper like wings fan, but I'll eat some lemon pepper wings. I'll eat
Yeah.
the shit out of them.
All right, I gotta try it.
That makes me really tempted to say hot wings from a Thomas Jefferson.
Sounds good.
Not
What was
Thomas,
yours again?
Mexican. But
Mexican, that's right.
specifically,
Quesadillas.
not quesadillas. It's just easy to make.
I love a good cheese and what are they called? Ongas. Mushrooms. Cheese and
Mushrooms?
mushroom. Yeah.
Ooh,
Bro.
I've never tried
And
that.
onion.
Yeah,
Oh, just
Gotta
cheese,
add
mushroom, and onion.
I gotta add that to the list.
So good. Sorry though. Specifically.
Specifically, I'm gonna say burrito, bro.
Burrito.
Burrito
No, it's
is
American,
so-
right?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Yeah.
So that means I've been lied to.
I'm
not
all a
buying it.
sham.
Bruh, how can it be? Like, I've gone to Mexican joints and gotten a burrito, though.
Yeah, because they cater to the like any people who come over here, Chinese, even the Thai,
Yeah.
Vietnamese, they cater to the American taste
True,
buds,
true,
so they
true.
change a little bit.
So wait, like the whole burrito thing it's like not Mexican at all?
Yeah.
Bruh.
I'm Googling.
You know what a burrito is
What?
in Spanish? Burrito,
What?
little donkey.
So it's not a food?
I mean, it is now.
Bruh.
Don't Google.
He's like, I don't know.
This is what I was told, and I'm running with it.
Bruh, my
Been running
heart-
with it for about 9 years
My
now.
heart's broken. Yo.
But seriously, I don't think that's
But
Mexican at heart.
American Mexican food, burritos the
Yeah.
first.
He's got me tempted to say hot wings now, but I
Mhm.
think hot sauce. I'm gonna go with hot sauce specifically.
That's a condiment.
He knows. Homie drinks hot sauce.
I know. I
Some
know.
might
he puts
say
hot
it's
sauce on
a condiment.
everything.
No, I literally drink it out the
I could
bottle.
actually
Oh my
grant that
goodness.
as a food for you because of how much you
Dude,
fucking
if there's
love.
nothing to put it on, or I don't know what to put it on, or I'm just not that hungry, but I want some hot sauce.
Nah, not just hot sauce. Just sauce, bro. Homie loves sauce.
I do love sauce, but I'm obsessed with
Specifically.
spicy food.
Yes. Because he cannot
love a
have a
good
bite
barbecue.
of food without putting sauce in each and every bite, bro.
Wow.
He's on
Wow.
that tip. Yeah.
So
Mostly hot sauce.
So my
I'm sorry, I have some like heartburn right now.
coronavirus right
Oh,
now.
I'm out.
COVID-19.
Tune
right?
in next week to see if I made it.
All right. My Abraham Lincoln. Abe Lincoln. What would be Chinese food
Chinese
all
food.
day? All day.
Ramen?
No,
ramen's American.
That's Japanese.
Oh.
No, ramen's authentic Japanese.
Yeah, Chinese food. Chinese American and Chinese food because I've been to China. I liked all of it.
love
Chinese
that
American is more sweet to the taste and like more flavorful.
Yeah.
What we're used to.
Mm-hmm.
But after spending 3 weeks in China,
Yeah.
their food is delicious. I mean,
Yeah.
it was good to me anyway. But like, come on, Eating just Chinese
American
food for
Chinese
3 weeks.
is
Yeah.
like inspired by Chinese food, but it's
Inspired
like
by.
pumped full of sugar.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like those sauces, like
Mhm.
the orange chicken and
Yeah.
like all that kind of sauce we put on chicken,
Mhm.
like as Chinese food and call it Chinese food.
That's
it's inspired
definitely
by real
American.
sauces and the way that they like
Mhm.
prepare food over there, but it's changed.
For sure. Probably okay. This might be a little controversial. So devil's advocate, devil's adversary. My favorite, more specifically Chinese food. My favorite would be rice.
I thought you were gonna say bads.
No, shit. I missed that opportunity. I should have said it. I've tried a lot of stuff especially when I was in China.
Yeah.
But I gotta say rice because it's the pretty much the basics of life,
It
man.
is.
But why I say it's gonna be controversial is because Indians eat rice.
Yeah.
Because
It's a staple
all
of
of
Mexican
Asia
food as well.
eats rice. Yes,
Ooh.
Latin Americans eat rice. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Even Spain, they have a paella dish.
Don't forget
that is
Africa, bro.
From rice. Yes, Africans eat rice.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I just like the sticky rice. And I
Mm.
think it comes from China, so I'm going to say that.
All right. All right. All right. My last one.
Abe Lincoln.
My Abe Lincoln is gonna be Indian food.
Ooh, I
Cause-
almost said Indian.
Yeah. Like when you're naming all those countries, I was like, Indian.
Yep.
Indian is so good.
Mhm.
Like I used to love eating Indian food when I was back in South Africa,
Right.
and my favorite was samosas. Oh my
Ooh,
gosh,
that is good.
bruh. I love samosas,
I'm
man.
hankering to go get me some curry now after this. Dude.
Oh,
And
some
I
curry.
can eat Indian food because it's all vegetarian mostly.
Oh, word.
Unless you
Shut
just
up.
like order meat in it.
Yeah.
But damn, I really want some Indian food, but
Mhm.
I don't have the heart to go out and this
I don't think
Corona
anything's
era.
open right now.
Yeah.
At the time that we're recording, it's kind of late.
True that.
Yeah,
No,
it
I
is.
meant like just in general with Corona.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I trust other people to cook my food, so
Yeah.
I'll just wait.
I've been getting a lot of like curbside and like curbside pickups at restaurants, and then like
Mhm.
deliveries, like
DoorDash.
what'd you call it, non-contact delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah. And homemade quesadillas.
I don't feel that weird about it, but if I was getting something really authentic, like Indian or something on the other side of the world, like that might sketch me out a little bit more.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that like ain't no way. What's your Abe Lincoln?
Oh, anything with cheese on it?
Now you just cheat. I'll give you one. You're not gonna dash your way through
There's
this.
so much, dude. I don't-
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Maybe just cheese in general. Like I used to
Cheese, I could take that.
just eat cheese
That's what she said.
by itself. Like I
You
try
used to
not
fry
to.
cheese, bro. I did that too, growing
Like
up.
make little chips, like
Yep.
fry them in the pan.
Oh, so
some
good.
butter.
Oof.
Yeah, but I mean, I used to just like fill a cup up with shredded cheese when I got home from school when I was a kid.
That
Put it
sounds
in-
like a very Trevin thing to do.
Put it in the microwave
It sounds just like a
and
Trevin
just
thing.
eat it with a fork.
Yep,
I'm
yep, that's
surprised
you.
you're still alive, Dad.
I know, yo. Cheese and hot sauce.
I used to live off of hot sauce and heroin. That's gonna be my book coming out. In,
Hot sauce
in
and
May.
heroin coming out in May. It's 27 pages,
Oh my goodness.
and 5 of them on a blank. You know, you got to leave the beginning and the end blank. You know, for some reason, writer's notes or some
Oh
shit.
my gosh.
But
But yeah, it still counts as a page.
that it still counts as a page, bro. Because you got to number them at the bottom.
You gotta number 'em.
You got to.
And I don't know how to fucking fix it and make it start at a different page. So it's
Yeah.
gonna start from the beginning.
Yeah.
It starts in the back of the
In
index.
the beginning.
I don't know if you know,
I don't know.
but now I'm editing your book. I just kind of put myself in there. But yeah, so I guess that does it for another episode. You guys, let us know what your Mount Rushmore of what did we do?
Food.
I'm so hungry right now. How did I forget that? Let us know what your Mount Rushmore of food is.
Let us know.
Hit us up on our social media. Almost forgot that word too. Hit us up on social media once this comes out and we
Mhm.
do a post or whatever for
Mhm.
this episode 13. Hit us up. Let us know your Mount Rushmore. We will be engaging. Search for us on social media for Convosaries. If you want to email us, Gmail us, convosaries@gmail.com.
Yep. And follow me on Dash Recorder on all platforms. I just got on TikTok, so hit me up there.
Oh.
He be on that shit.
And follow me at The Chosen One.
Hey.
Thank you guys. I am RJ. Follow me at Reg Travels. I'm probably changing that name soon. But follow me at Reg Travels on all social media. And until then, we'll see you next time.
Stay safe.
Until next week, folks.
Peace.
Be easy.
The bee's knees.
Dude, I want some Indian food.